There's a plethora of reasons that you could be here, but I bet all of them stem from Willem. A recurring theme you might see in Instagram posts from this area is the Morro Rock, and while it is a very big and prominent fixture in Morro Bay, I think it's the things around the rock, as explained in Willem's video, that really lend to the character of the rock being so grandiose. So this trip started off as any other trip does. A text that says we should do this, half-heartedly suggesting that we should drop hundreds of dollars and go to another state just to take photos. Then one person escalates it and says, yeah, that would be sick. Then after that, plans start being made half-heartedly again until they become bookings. So on a historic Friday evening, we loaded up in the Buick and set sail for Morro Bay. Does anyone even drive Buicks anymore? Also, if you're on a road trip, grab a veggie tray, because they are legendarily tasty when you're on the road. After a long day on the road, we made a pit stop at a midway point in Vegas. And with less than an hour left to go, I decided to take 3 songs to load up my roll of Lomo 800 in the Fujica GL690. Wow, look Mom, I know how to load film. Vegas is a city that has a lot of character and a lot of different people and a lot of different signs, and sometimes if you catch the moment just right, you'll get an interesting subject, interesting lighting, and interesting lights all in one photo. After stopping in Vegas for Friday evening, we got there just in time for sunset, and we got a couple of golden hour / blue hour photos, the likes of which I'll put up on the screen here. So for this liquor and cocktails photo, it's meh. I wish I would have focused on something other than just the sign and tried to create an interesting image that way. The Motel Ferguson's, it's a wonderful sign, complements the skyline very perfectly. However, I just couldn't find a way to make it work. As far as I'm concerned, I was just taking photos of signs. The one that I'm really stoked about is this motorcycle shot in front of the downtown tattoo parlor. 1, because it's a motorcycle, and 2, because of the light reflecting off of the motorcycle. This motorcycle's parked right in front of the downtown tattoo parlor, and I couldn't pass up the opportunity to take a photo with some interesting reflections off the motorcycle, kind of silhouetted by the establishment that it sits in front of. Next, we shot some more motels. I think the reason that I focused so much on just the signs in these photos is because the sky was a very interesting shade of sunset blue hour, and a lot of the signs complement that very well with their rusted, faded age. And it's hard to look past that and try to find something a little more interesting than just the sign. So if you go to Vegas, try to look past the sign and find something interesting to add to it.
Or do you be too distracting, you think?
Come shoot it from right here. You got this little gap.
Oh, there we go.
And then it creates a cutout.
Maybe I brought you for some reason.
Yeah, this photo is all over on Instagram, but mine's the best. One thing I did in Vegas that was pretty unorthodox for a film photographer was I only brought 1 roll of film with me. And that proved to be very limiting as I only had 8 shots on my Fujica GL 690. I'm not sure if this problem is unique to my copy of the R1, but when I would load a new roll it would squeal like a baby pig who's about to have its house blown down. I don't know what these noises are, but they can't be good, and there's a small chance that the R1 might die on this very trip.
Winding up or down? Is that loading it?
I sure hope it's loaded. That morning in Vegas, we woke up extremely early because we had one goal in mind, and that was to get to Morro Bay as soon as possible. Something disappointing about this Ricoh R1 is that it seems to underexpose a lot of the photos that it takes. Don't know what I'm going to do about that. On our way out from Vegas, we decided to stop by the 7 Magic Mountains, but contrary to popular belief, there in fact is no magic rump fairy there to bless you with a bountiful booty. It's just a bunch of rocks. You're not missing much. I will admit, however, that it would make for a wonderful place to take portraits. The wonderful colors contrast each other beautifully and stand out like a sore thumb. I mean, a lollipop in the desert. A little further down the road, we found the only place that looks like it could have a zombie, even though we're not in a zombie apocalypse. As we were driving through the Mojave Desert, we came across the airplane museum, which Paul spotted from afar. So we just couldn't pass up an opportunity to stop by the Mojave Air and Spaceport. There is a restaurant inside here that allows you to stand kind of close to the decommissioned airplanes. However, you can't get very close unless you are on a tour, based on what I read. However, I don't think they do tours very often. So your luck may vary, aerospace people. Alright, so what do you want to go out and shoot first?
Can we go to the rock?
The Rock?
Yeah.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Oh.
It's not going to be the last time you
No, I know it's not.
I've been waiting to make this joke for a while now, but no, not The Rock Johnson. Right now, I wouldn't want to be caught dead next to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson because of how many times he's lied about eating In-N-Out. It's a cardinal sin to lie about that. So walking around the shoreline, it was windy and rainy, as most coastal cities are during this time of the year. So I only had my point and shoot out with me, and I took a number of photos. We got extremely lucky because the day before we got to Morro Bay, there was a classic car show, and we probably should have just packed up and taken our luck back to Vegas and put $5 on red, because these cars were a photography cheat code. That's it? I think it's dead.
Oh, it sounded right. Doesn't take much.
No, it rolls out the whole roll.
Oh.
It's supposed to roll it out completely.
Oh, I see. That's why you have a short. Yeah.
I think it's dead. There's no way that wound all
No, it
the
didn't.
way out. To settle all your fears, the Ricoh R1 lives to shoot another frame.
What's up, dude? Are you nice and warm in San Diego?
It's cloudy.
Yeah, well,
Tomorrow's gonna be nice. Oh, dude, there it is.
yeah.
The rock.
Look, I'm only gonna say this once. You can either be grateful or leave this video right now, because I will not apologize for all the texture shots of the sand I'm about to show you.
Ultra 50.
That's the money shot.
Tastes like shit.
Like chips?
Yeah.
I would say that the majority of people would prefer to shoot color film in this situation, where the colors are so vibrant and unique, and I would say that I'm one of those people as well. But there's something magical about the way black and white captures the same essence in monochrome. I'll also admit that seeking out compositions in black and white was just as much fun as it would be in color.
You just gotta rub this. Pismo Beach.
Just kidding. We quietly grabbed some clam chowder.
So here it is. Sunday morning has come around, and we're finally in Morro Bay for sunrise and taking photos of the historic rock. Only to later find out that it looks like a taco when I show my wife. Alright, so we got Paul all the way down there. I'm at this end of the pier. The GL690 setup. About to take the first shot. Long exposure. See what I can get. I can't believe it. It actually looks like a taco.
So this one shot at ISO 32.
All of a sudden, for some reason, I want Taco Bell. Number 2 on the day. Oh. That actually is Kentmere. This scene right here is something that excites me. For the last 2 years since taking up film photography, I've contemplated what I would want to do and be as a photographer. After giving it a lot of thought, I've landed on an idea for a photo book, or what would more likely be a zine. I don't want to give away all the details yet, because I prefer working at things behind the scenes until they're ready to be shared. Up until I had an idea of what I wanted to do in this hobby, it was difficult to press on and face the roadblocks and challenges, especially in film photography. Having a goal and something to work on and towards in this art form is something that everyone should aspire for. If you're feeling burnt out or losing focus, try to find one specific goal and just go for that. On the flip side, this is a scene that I had no preconception of. This moment was pure bliss, finding 3 vintage cars parked in an environment that would lend towards the photographs I would take of this scene, looking like they were ripped right out of a magazine from the 80s or 90s. The colors are absolutely incredible in these shots, and I enjoy them so much, and I hope you enjoy them too. After spending our rookie seasons in Morro Bay, we decided to make like LeBron and take our talents to Pismo Beach. I say like LeBron because we always knew we would come back to the Cavs. I mean, Morro Bay. Shortly after lollygagging around in the fields, we met up for the photo walk in Morro Bay with Jake and Dave. The photo walk was a lot of fun and I would say super successful. The only problem was all the wind, so next time just don't fart. We've been over this. There were a couple of times that Paul and I got separated from the group because our bloodhound instincts were leading us towards the most amazing of photographs. My wife tells me that this looks like a Taylor Swift album cover. What do you guys think? I like how the shrubbery on the ground and the tree are almost mirrored in this image. You know, it's a universal truth that all good things must come to an end. Think about it. Every sunset, no matter how breathtaking, eventually gives way to night. Every summer vacation filled with laughter and adventure must inevitably lead back to school. Even our favorite TV shows, the ones that kept us glued to our seats, eventually had their series finales, leaving us with just memories and maybe a lingering sense of loss. But why? Why must all good things come to an end? Perhaps it's because we wouldn't appreciate them as much if they lasted forever. Imagine if every day was a sunny day. Would we still cherish the warmth of the sun on our faces? Or if we never had to say goodbye to friends and family, would we hold those moments with them as dearly? Change is a part of life. It's what makes the good moments sparkle against the backdrop of the mundane. It's what compels us to savor every bite of a delicious meal, knowing it will soon be finished. It's what makes us linger a bit longer in the embrace of a loved one, knowing that soon we must part. And speaking of meals, isn't it just like that last slice of pizza? You've enjoyed every piece, savored every bite, but then you reach the end of the box and that's when it hits you. No more slices, no more cheesy goodness. But wait, maybe there's still hope. You open the fridge, hoping that a miracle slice might be hiding somewhere in there. But alas, with all good things, that pizza must come to an end. Yet, it's this very ending that brings a profound realization. It's not just the good things that come to an end, it's the bad things too. So the next time you're sitting on the toilet trying to pinch off a King Kong commode choker, just know, this too shall pass. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed exploring these shots as much as I enjoyed capturing them. Before we wrap up, I want to give a huge shout out to Jake at Film Cult Lab. Jake, your film scans are incredible and I can't thank you enough for helping me bring these images to life. If any of you need next level film developing and scanning, definitely check out Film Cult Lab in Salt Lake City. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you don't miss out on any future content. I have some exciting giveaways coming up, including some awesome films that I'll be giving away. Trust me, you don't want to miss that. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts on some of the photos I shared today. Like, which one was your favorite and why? Leaving a comment not only helps the channel grow, but it also lets me know what kind of content you guys enjoy. Plus, I read pretty much every single comment, good or bad, and I love interacting with you all, and your feedback and insights make this journey so much more fun and rewarding. So thanks again for watching, and as always, bye.